which relates to. Yeah, so actually the judging was kind of, I think everyone found it much kind of simpler than we thought it was going to be, and actually there was much more kind of consensus. And I think when people were attached, I remember I was attached to a particular organisation, but they had not made a good application, which was, well, they hadn't made a bad application, but they had not made such a strong, I would have hoped for a stronger application, and I kind of was just like, they're really great, they would have been good to get this, but the application was not that strong. And there was a lot of discussion like that around the table, because I think everyone felt quite very quickly at ease to be speaking quite frankly with each other in this situation, which is kind of can be a diplomatic minefield, and that doesn't come easily. So I think, you know, that there had been quite a lot of care spent in like thinking about who the jury could be. So your question was, your last question was
what stood out about the applications that eventually ended up being selected?
Remind me who it is. It's
P Squared in Belfast,
yeah.
G39 in Cardiff,
yeah.
Talbot Rice in Edinburgh,
yeah.
and then Side in Sheffield.
Yes.
Maybe that's too far away to remember.
No, it's fine. There was like a little bit of a tussle, I remember, actually around one of them, and some, you know, there was some geographical concerns. There was some quite strong applications, a number of strong applications from one region, which meant that we had to sort of spread things a little bit. And the ones who got it, I think the one in, I remember with Sight, very much it felt like this is the right time for them. They've just reopened, this is exactly what they could be doing, and it felt like there had also not been, you know, an investment in that region would be significant as well. So it was Sight and Talbot Rice. It also felt like that, because that Talbot Rice is affiliated with the university, and also that there was, you know, there's a lot going on in Glasgow, but not so much in Edinburgh, and it felt like there was like a geographical, I think it was quite a strong application as well. I think and then the other two are...
And then G39 in Wales.
In Wales.
Cardiff, and then here we said Side, Edinburgh, Belfast, PS Squared.
PS Squared. Okay, one of them, either Cardiff or Belfast, we didn't know very much about.
Yeah, are you familiar with G39 or PS Squared?
I think it might be the one in Belfast, but no one had very much knowledge or information. Maybe it's quite recent, or it's a smaller space.
Yes,
and
very much a voluntary one.
Yeah, and I think that was the one where we all like it should go to them. But Melanie was like, she wanted to do some due diligence and do a bit more research, and then I think she went back to interview them maybe,
she went
which was very good, I think, to do that. I think we also wanted a spread of. It was particularly about sending out what was an important signal, because there were quite a lot of small organisations that had applied, but had maybe not done such strong applications. But the one in Belfast was really strong. It felt like it's really important to give this to an artist-run space. I think there were also limited applications from that region as well. And then Cardiff, I think it was, if I remember rightly, it was a kind of similar thing. Whereas with Sight and Talbot Rice, I mean, there were some quite big, organisations geographically, and I think Spike were quite a strong contender, but I don't know whether it was in the pipeline but anyway, they just got and it was a bit of a tussle between Spike and Sight. And I think the decision was Cardiff and Bristol very close. Spike kind of didn't have a director at the time. site just opening, it was like,
Yes.
and I think we felt that there was quite a good, there was some great applications, there was, some really interesting applications. There was one from someone somewhere in the far north of Scotland, but it was felt that came up quite a bit, like people were applying and it was like, it's a bit of a craft-based organisation, and it's not really, like, this might benefit a very small group of people here, but there wouldn't be much spread somehow. And that, I think, was important, that there was a discourse amongst the organisations which was in sync. That was about contemporary art. Anyway, that's what I thought.
No, that's really helpful. And what's your kind of perception of the art scene, the emerging artist scene in those regions?
I have to confess that my knowledge of Belfast and Cardiff is very limited.
That's useful to know.
Yeah. I mean, I am aware of activities there, and you can kind of get a sense of it, because, I don't know. I was quite aware that a couple of organisations had appalling websites, and I kind of thought, like, and maybe they don't have but you wouldn't, in London, you would just, if you were having some front of house portal to whatever your activities are, it would be kind of a bit more, don't quote me on that, otherwise it'll be like a regional slur. I can't do. But and in Bristol, I know we work with Spike quite a lot, and just having been there quite a lot.
Although it's Sheffield, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, Spike, I was saying. Site. Site, I have not been there. I have to say, I've never been to Sheffield, but I know of the activities remotely. I'm quite familiar with what's going on there. And Talbot Rice, I know, what's her name, the director, Tessa. Tessa? Yeah, and I'm aware, I used to spend quite a lot of time in Glasgow, and I'm aware of the differences between the Edinburgh and Glasgow scenes. So
it's been really interesting going to the different sites. It seems like artists in Cardiff and Belfast definitely feel very kind of isolated and cut off. They feel like creators don't come there, or if they do come, they come for Artist Monday or for Glasgow International like once a year, and then they disappear, and they don't have time to go and see the emergency. So even the likes of Edinburgh feel like they don't get many people coming to trade some food, because if they're coming for those specific festivals and then they disappear. And so I think that all of those it was interesting, because one of the aims of the programme was to support artists to remain in their in the areas that they are now. And that was always interesting to me, because I thought that's not the usual criteria for success for an artist. You imagine, if an artist is doing well, that they sort of disappear and they go across the globe. But actually, all of the artists that I've spoken to seem to really want to stay for a long period of time in the cities that they're in at the moment, which is great. It's interesting that that's.
I think I remember Simeon talking about that, because he came and studied in London, and then he went back to Liverpool. Oh no, actually, he commuted from Liverpool all the time. He was at Goldsmiths.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's got a young family. Which was kind of interesting, and I remember us talking a lot about that in the jury, about it came up, or was it it was in a conversation with Mima about, there are artists in Middlesbrough, but once you get successful, just want to move out of Middlesbrough. And it's a similar thing. Like, if you're in Belfast, you want to move to where there are more artists. So that's what's good about this scheme, I guess. It's kind of going to help build some infrastructure there.
And I hope, because it's a 5-year programme, people will think, I can apply to that in a few years' time.
Did they appoint someone to manage it?
Well, Melanie's the kind of central manager of the programme, and then
were they appointing a curator or something?
Yeah.
Who
So
did they appoint?
2 years, so it's called Ed. So he he's a fairly emerging curator. I suppose that's another thing they're trying to do with the programme, is to support emerging curators as well. So it's rotation every year. With 4 curators in total, who support each of the cohorts. And so he's going around visiting all the sites as well. So it's another thing that you were seeing at the sites. And Belfast have also done that model. You're employing a curator for 2 years, and then there'll be another curator. So it's not just thinking about the artists. Curators who often don't get around, they don't have the resources to get around the country as well.
So where's Edward Ball based?
So he's based at Freelance Foundation.
In London?
Yes, So that's really interesting as well. But I suppose, is there anything you think the programme could do to help shift those feelings of isolation and to help support curators that either in London or elsewhere to go to those spaces more and to get to know those theatres or anything that those artists.
Well, you've got to pay for them to go there, basically.
Yeah.
So, we have like 2 we call them trainees, but like assistant curators who are really like learning, and they don't have any money, so how are they going to get to Belfast? And I mean, they're working with an institution, and they have